The night in Egypt was heavy with silence. Far above the golden sands, stars hung like ancient witnesses, glimmering over a land of chained souls. The Nile whispered its eternal song, yet somewhere beneath that moonlit peace, babies were being ripped from their mother's arms. A mother clutched her newborn to her chest, trembling. Soldiers of Pharaoh thundered through the streets, spears flashing, torches spitting fire into the darkness. Pharaoh had dreamed of a coming child, a Hebrew boy destined to destroy his throne. And in that fear, he unleashed a river of blood across Egypt. "Hide him," whispered the woman's sister. "Hide him, Jochebed, before they come." Her tears burned her cheeks as she kissed the baby's forehead. The child's cry pierced the silence, a sound that made even the stars seem to pause. She placed him in a small basket lined with pitch and leaves, whispering prayers in the name of the one true God. The river carried him away, tiny, helpless, yet chosen. The basket drifted between reeds, glowing in the moonlight, as though the Nile itself knew it was carrying destiny. And in the palace of the tyrant who feared him, the child would be found. Chapter 1. The Palace and the Desert. The palace of Pharaoh was a world of stone and gold, where men bowed like shadows, and one man believed himself divine. Pharaoh's laughter echoed through marble halls. "I am your Lord, the Most High," he would proclaim. Quran 79:24. In that same palace, a woman of gentleness walked barefoot across the cold floors. Asiya, Pharaoh's queen, her heart, unlike her husband's, was pure. She heard the cries of the child brought from the river. "Another Hebrew's child," sneered a guard. "Shall I?" "No," said Asiya, raising her hand. "He shall live." And by the will of Allah, Moses grew in Pharaoh's own house, nourished by the milk of his true mother, protected by the woman who would one day believe. Years passed. Moses became tall, strong, thoughtful, his eyes always searching for something beyond the walls of gold. One day, while walking among the laborers, he saw the cruelty of Pharaoh's men. A taskmaster whipped an old Hebrew until the man collapsed. "Stop!" Moses shouted. The guard turned, rage in his eyes, and struck again. Moses stepped forward, his hand rising in defense, and in that moment of fury and justice, the Egyptian fell dead. Moses froze, his breath caught. He had not meant to kill, but the word spread quickly. A Hebrew has slain an Egyptian. Fear gripped him. He fled into the desert, away from the only home he had ever known. For days he wandered beneath the burning sun. His lips cracked, his feet bled, but his spirit would not die. He reached the wells of Midian, where shepherds watered their flocks. There he saw men driving away 2 women who waited with their sheep. Moses approached. "Why do you wait?" he asked softly. "Our father is old. These men do not let us draw water." Moses took the rope, filled the troughs, and gave water to their flock. He asked for no reward, only shade beneath a tree. He prayed, "My Lord, indeed I am, for whatever good you would send down to me, in need of." Quran 28:24. That prayer changed his life. The women returned with news to their father, Prophet Shu'aib, Jethro, who sent for Moses. And so began a new chapter. Years of peace, marriage to one of Shu'aib's daughters, and a life of reflection and growth. But destiny does not sleep. Chapter 3: The Fire in the Desert. One cold night, as Moses journeyed with his family across the wilderness, he saw a light on Mount Sinai. He said to his wife, "Stay here, I see a fire. Perhaps I can bring back a torch or find guidance there." As he approached, the light grew brighter until it became a flame that did not burn. And then the voice. "O Moses, indeed I am Allah, Lord of the worlds." Quran 28:30. "Remove your sandals, you are in the sacred valley of Tuwa." Moses fell to his knees. "And what is that in your right hand, O Moses?" "It is my staff," Moses said, trembling. "Throw it down." The staff struck the ground and became a living serpent, writhing with life. Moses recoiled in fear. "Do not fear," said the voice. "Take it by the tail. It will return to its former state." And so it did. Then the command came, the mission that would divide the sea. "Go to Pharaoh, for he has transgressed." Quran 20:24. Moses pleaded, "My Lord, expand for me my chest, ease my task, and untie the knot from my tongue, that they may understand my speech. And appoint for me a helper from my family, Aaron my brother." And Allah said, "Your request is granted." Thus began the journey that would divide the sea.